G'day guys, part 6, Milo 2, what's worked and what hasn't worked, and this is looking like being longer than one of Dostoevsky's books. There's so much to tell you about, but anyway, part 6 is essentially the rear end here, and it starts out with a Rhino cab, which is all aluminium, imported by the Bush Company, constructed by the Bush Company. In this case, go you freedom riders, in this case it's coated by McCormack's in this beautiful leather look finish, you know, which I just happen to think is really cool. Now, a little bit of a sales pitch if you want for the Rhino cab, because it is just absolutely awesome. I mean, they take 250 kilos, they're rated for 250 kilos on the roof. That's heaps more than any of the fiberglass or plastic type things, but it's actually possibly the same weight, maybe even lighter, you know, no one's really sure. I guess it depends on the model. And it's got, just because of its incredible structural strength, I don't know if you ever saw us put 7 tonnes of hardwood on one of these to try and pop it, but we did, and it took 7 tonnes, you know. It's like an eggshell formation of welded aluminium, and it is just so strong, it's unbelievable. It comes with tracks in the roof so you can mount stuff. I've got me awning mounted off that. That's a good awning too, by the way. If you saw the poles flapping on that in a gale down in Victoria, you'd know how good it was. But the canopy, it's just improved my life out of sight. That's the only way to put it. Apart from the fact that if it's raining, you know, I can climb in underneath the lids. Woohoo, look at that. And it gives me a dry, dust-free place to store stuff on the track in some horrible conditions. You know, we've proven it pretty much all over the country. No dust or water comes in whatsoever. Now, I don't think I'm going to go into what's in the back right now because that'd take too long. The tub is from a Toyota 79 series. Once again, that came through the Bush Company. They got this wonderful connection with South Africa, and that's where the tubs come from, of course, because that's a 79 series tub. Over in South Africa, that's how they like them. They want backies, as they call it, our version of a ute, and, you know, we get the tray backs, but there's enough guys over there want to fit a tray back, so that means there's a few of these backies available, and they're just fantastic. They really are. Now, maybe not as useful as a tray top in some applications, but fit a canopy and all of a sudden you've got a brilliant application. Being a Toyota product, I've had mine lined, of course, once again by the McCormack guys, and being a Toyota product, it just works really well, you know. There's been no issues at all with this, other than the fact that there's a little gap down here that isn't rubber mounted, or rubber protected, I guess you'd call it, that allows dust in just to the little bottom bit there. I fix it by putting a little piece of carpet along there every time I shut it. Bit primitive, probably make something different if a bloke was clever, but anyway. I've already covered the Wynnum tow bar just recently. It's the newest addition on the truck, and the advantage, of course, is that every now and then I might have to snatch someone. I hate snatching, you know that. Why? Because I've busted so many engine mounts, gearbox mounts. The sudden take up on the drivetrain just isn't good for a machine, especially a little reasonably lightweight Toyota compared to some of the big monsters out there with great big tyres that manage to get themselves totally bogged. So the trick about snatching is to turn around and use the winch if you can, or get that bloke in the big monster Nissan over there with the 42-inch tyres to come over here and do it. He can show everyone how heavy and strong his Nissan is. That's a great idea. Even lend him your strap. I mean, you know, anything to avoid snatching, unless it's just an easy snatch, you know, Vitara out of a beach or something, or whatever. But every now and then you've got to do it, haven't you? So you want a good bar. And, what hasn't worked? Well, this is really dumb, isn't it? And you can see how dumb it is when you look at this one. It's already been bent and busted. In fact, they're the second or third set of tail lights on Milo 2. On the original Milo, I eventually made like a little steel Land Rover protector with bars at the top and around the side, just out a 1/4 inch steel rod. And that meant that I had the same LED tail lights for years. Well, I'm going to have to do that again here, you know. Okay, guys, well, that pretty much covers the rear end of Milo 2. Lockable, dust-free, waterproof, just fantastic. Mounted on car engine mounts. Took me a while to get the right ones, not because I broke them, but because I needed just the right amount of flex and I kept getting the height wrong. Obviously 79 series rear of chassis is different to a 45 series, not that much. Righto guys, I was going to look at what's in the back of the canopy, but I think we'll save that till next time. Good on you. Enjoy your self-isolation. Isn't it a good thing that the bottle shops haven't shut? See ya.